Hey, good morning, folks. It's roughly 9 a.m. and we got our block delivered. The mason was out here this morning. This is the nature of construction. It's raining. The footers are soaked. This footer is full of water. My pier caps, footers are all full of water. We got water over there. So he has basically called it a day. We were supposed to start yesterday, but it rained yesterday as well. And here it is raining again this morning. So he's going to try again tomorrow to pick up where we left off and actually get some stuff going. But at least his equipment's here. He's started to shoot some grades, but unfortunately the rain has made it pretty much prohibitive to actually get anything accomplished today. It's not raining hard, but it is raining just enough to basically ruin any plans that one might have of getting anything accomplished. And this mud is very, very slippery. So we did get our first truckload of block, which is 12s. We got some 4s. This job actually calls for a 12-inch brick ledge around the outside perimeter. The garage is going to be, that wall right there is going to be 8s, and then we're going to have a 4-inch CMU, and then the brick will sit on the other part of the 8. And the reason why we've designed it that way primarily was because two reasons. We're using 2x8 framing on that exterior wall, and also we didn't want to have to fur out the interior garage wall in order to bring it flush with the CMU. So we decided to engineer it and build it that particular way. That's the way it was designed, and that's the way that we're doing it. And the other option is just more labor intensive. You have to bring in CMU and the whole 9 yards. So we went ahead and did it like that. Also, we have some half block. So this job has 4 different CMU profiles. We've got 12 by 8 by 16s, 8 by 8 by 16s. Those are all lightweight for our mason. We care about our masons. The job is hard enough as it is, so we don't want to make it any more harder than we need to. And then we have 4 by 8 by 16s, and we have 8 by 4 by 16s. Those are not typically made in lightweight, so they're going to be standard weight blocks, but they're smaller, so the weight is about the same as an 8 by 8, or might be a little bit less. But in any case, the back wall here, we already know that we're going to be 7 courses of block high here, and on the front side of the house, we're going to be 5 courses of block high. The way that we're engineering this entire project is that as that grade flows uphill to a peak over there, right about where that pile of block is right there, that stack of block, and then it kind of follows the natural grade and then tapers back off. So what we were trying to do with this foundation is we cut the grade into the hillside so that we could maintain a consistent crawl space elevation. And then what we're doing is we're laying our block, and then we're going to waterproof the exterior side of the block. This house is getting an encapsulated crawl space, and then we're going to backfill all of that. All that dirt will get put back in again after the fact. And we did all of that to maintain a consistent crawl space elevation. I don't know how many houses that I've actually been in here in Tennessee or in general that had crawl spaces that they didn't bother to excavate out any of the actual the earth in order to get a nice flat crawl space elevation. And so, you know, you get to the very highest point and they basically followed nature, and the crawl space is only like, let's say 12 inches. So you have to feel for the plumber or anybody that ever has to get into that area to do work. Also, the other option on the table would have been to make the block wall even higher. So that means that in order to keep it and maintain a clear, we like to have somewhere in the neighborhood of about 24 inches of clearance room to crawl on the floor, which is not an immense amount of room. It's only 2 feet. But by the time you factor in, you know, the girders that are going to sit lower than the exterior block wall and the whole 9 yards, you know, actually you're actually going to have, there's going to be more than 24 inches. So basically what we're doing is we're trying to build a crawl space that it has enough room to access the crawl space in the future, but simultaneously not waste money on unnecessary block, or build the home in such a manner that it looks like it's sitting up on this giant retaining wall. So what we've done is we put a little bit more effort and money into the excavation phase of the home, and we were able to pick up an immense amount of fill dirt to bring all that fill back in, and then the home will look a little bit more natural, not like it's sitting up on some kind of a giant wall or like a Great Wall of China situation. So anyway, you'll have to forgive me. I'm trying not to walk too much around the site because it is definitely muddy and nasty. But we've got our first run of block from Acme Block and Brick out of Crossville, Tennessee, and we're getting another load that's coming a little bit later this morning. They're going to bring the rest of the block, and I believe that's the only thing that's lacking on that order. We got our sand. They put it exactly where I told them to put it. We marked it off with a stake right there. You can see it. They dumped the sand perfect. It's a great staging area for my mason. It left him plenty of room so that they can do their mix area, keep it away from the foundation. The Moffett can drive around the house to stage the block. It's all about having everything perfectly laid out where it needs to. You really gotta plan these things out so that you make everyone happy. You can't make everyone happy, but you do the best you can to set your subcontractors up for success. And that's what we do. I am gonna brave it, and I'm gonna walk across this mud. I wanna show you the footers. So the survey company was out here on Tuesday, and they pinned the footers, and everything came out exactly perfect. So this is what they mean by pinning the footers. They put these pins exactly where the outside corner of the building is going to be. So there's a little bit of extra pinning that they did, and I just had them do this to make sure that there was no doubt in anybody's mind. So that will represent the inside corner, and we have a pinning map. This is actually this was given, or going to be given to the subcontractor. It shows all the plot points. So as an example, I'll set this down for a second and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we've shaded in the walls. So anything that's red is 3 courses of block. Anything purple is 2 courses of 12-inch brick ledge block. But that plot point right there, and that plot point right there corresponds to that one right there, and it corresponds to that point right there. So it gives them basically everything they need in order to lay everything out perfectly. But I am happy to see that everything laid out the way it was supposed to. I'm not going to go over that way too much farther. It's just a muddy disaster. But nonetheless, it is really muddy, guys. Oof. There's all of our wall ties. There's all our anchor bolts. The rest of the mortar. There's more mortar. We're good to go here. So the masons have got their whole setup ready to go. We've got water on site for the masonry subcontractor. He's over there. So these guys are set up to win as best as we can possibly set them up to win. So today is Thursday. They're hopefully going to get out here tomorrow and try again. Unfortunately, like I said, Mother Nature had alternate plans for everyone, but we're ready to go as soon as the weather will cooperate. So in any case, that's your update. Until then, guys, I'll keep the updates coming. And you know, I not only do it for you guys, but I do it for us. This is a digital record that we do on every home, so that we can go back and we can look at, you know, what was going on there, what was going on there, what was going on here. We have everything documented, so everything is, I guess you can go back and you can see what we did with everything. We have a method here at Benchmark. We call it the good old method. It sounds terrible, but it actually is quite wise. So it's OLDE, and that stands for observe, learn, document, and evaluate. It's the best possible way to learn from everything that you do, because you never can be good enough. Let's just put it that way. Like, we're always trying to be better, we're always trying to improve, and we're always trying to be more efficient with whatever we do. So this job looks efficient. It is very efficient, but the next one will be even more efficient, and the next one will be even more efficient. It doesn't impact the quality of the home at all. It impacts the efficiency in which the home is constructed. So we're all about efficiency here at Benchmark. So I'm going to leave you with that. You see it. Mother Nature has said, hey, I'm raining you out. You guys take a day off, and come see me again tomorrow. But in any case, nonetheless, that's it for now. Till next time, guys, be good out there. Stay tuned. Peace out.